What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I just got a swivel chair, so I'm really excited about it. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot of this. I'm just kidding. We need to hop into the video because this is going to be a doozy. I don't have time for the long intro, so let's just get into it. This is my final reckoning experience challenge. I don't know what my challenge experience video. There we go. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about what you guys saw because you already saw it, but I will say that there was a lot that wasn't shown. I mean, granted, there's so many of us and only an hour a week to show us, so a lot wasn't shown. I beefed with Nelson, I beefed with Shane more than the closet incident. I just had a pretty difficult time as a rookie, not physically in the challenges, but I had a really bad social game because of who I was linked to in the house. The first person obviously was my partner, and I love Faith so much. And if you told me a year ago that I'd be saying that I was blessed to have her as a partner on the challenge, I would have laughed in your face. But she's an amazing woman, strong as hell, like mentally, physically, everything. She's killer, and I wouldn't trade her for the world. However, her hooking up with Kyle put a major target on our back, and with that same token, me hooking up with Johnny put a major target on my back. So we had these like huge targets on our back the entire time. No one would really talk to us, but me specifically. I mean, people interacted with Faith a little bit more than me. I slept in a room with a bunch of girls that would literally sit and like talk about me, and then I would walk into the room and it would get really quiet, and that's how I knew it was happening. They'd be like, oh, hey Angela, like, what are you doing? What's going on, girl? Like super fake and catty. And then there were girls that wouldn't give me the time of day, and it was just like a miserable experience that way. But I had Faith. I had Faith. And I had my partner Faith. But I also had Johnny, who, like, when I met him, I found him repulsive. I found him annoying. I found him unentertaining. I was completely turned off by him, but he was kind of treated the same way in the house as I was, and he was kind of ostracized and put in a corner, and they so happened to put me in that same corner. And what happens when you put two loners in a corner together? They talk and they get to know each other, and then they hook up, and one of them cheats on their boyfriend. So that's exactly what happened to me. I wound up hooking up with Johnny. But before that, we got to know each other. Me and Johnny rarely spoke game. He was more of a comfort blanket to me, and I was just happy he was around to kind of lift my spirits with all this negativity surrounding me. So we finally hooked up the night before I went into elimination. So obviously I didn't make it out of elimination. We lost to Hunter and Ashley, and I went to redemption. And that was the end of me and Johnny on the challenge. But when he was eliminated, we reconnected when we were both home, and we hung out a few times, and I really enjoyed his company and all of that. But I didn't see it going any further than that. And we were just, our schedules were too different. It was too much. So that ended as I went to go film X on the Beach too. So me and him have had some exchanges, or an exchange on Twitter that wasn't the most positive one recently. So Johnny should know more than anyone not to come for somebody that I love, because I literally almost fought Cam for him because she was making comments about Johnny back and forth to some of my castmates at the watch party that MTV threw for us. And Cam was like, oh, you better have the same energy with Johnny because he was talking about you. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Then the challenge came out, and I got to like see how Johnny was acting after I left. And not saying that we were together, like he could do whatever he wanted. Like as soon as I left, it was literally like Angela who, like, and that kind of hurt me watching that after. So I wasn't sure if we were even gonna talk after the challenge. So that's not the point. But like literally the second I left, it was literally like Angela who. Like those words came out of his mouth, and that kind of hurt watching that back, because when I did leave and I did, you know, break up with my boyfriend, I always had him in the back of my mind, like, you know, maybe something could happen, but nothing ever did. So yeah, but that's what was my real beef with Cam. Not just her voting me into elimination and then me eventually going home. It was because she had some kind of beef with Johnny. she was talking about it in front of me. I just don't like when people talk about my friends in front of me, whether I'm cool with you or not. I just don't like it, and I'm gonna correct it right away. And that's exactly what caused a wedge between me and Polly's friendship. I literally loved Polly on X on the Beach when we filmed together, and then after, and we always kept in touch. We were always texting, and then he started messing with Cara on the show, which is totally on him. Like, I support anybody that my friends are with, but she started talking about me in interviews and just blogs and articles, and she always had something negative to say. She would be doing AfterBuzz or like one of those like interviews and have Polly next to her, and she would be bashing me like sitting next to him. And I just can't be friends with somebody that lets people talk about me in their presence. Like, I just don't respect that. I can't relate to it. I can't. I need to surround myself with people like me who are loyal. And unfortunately, Polly wasn't loyal. Taylor wasn't loyal when I came home from the challenge and told her that I cheated on Tarai with Johnny, and she ran and told Corey. Like, that's why I'm not friends with her. I cannot be friends with people who are comfortable with other people talking about me, are comfortable with other people knowing my business. Like, I can't have that. That's why I keep my circle like super small. And I know it's so cliche to say, but it's true. Like, this is why you have to watch who you're friends with, because my own friends me over. I was close with Polly, but not as close as I was with Taylor. So for Taylor to do that, especially since I literally stood by her side when she was going through her racist tweets drama, I would stay on the phone with her for hours and hours at a time to make sure that she was good. I spoke out for her publicly. I got in trouble for speaking on the matter on Twitter. See, I am so allergic to bullshit. It's not even funny. Like, I can't even talk about her without having an allergic reaction. That's why I'm not friends with Taylor. I'm not gonna address it again. I get asked about it all the time. She was a fake friend to me, and that's all it is. I mean, I wish her well. I wish everybody I'm talking about in this video well, but they could go be well somewhere else, because I'm good over here in my own space. Going back to Cam and that whole drama, Cam and Johnny, I no longer speak to Johnny, but I am cool with Cam now. We're about to go on vacation together in a couple of days, so I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully I'll get to know her even more outside of the challenge situation. For me, it's so crazy that I'm not cool with any of the people I was cool with before, and now I'm like, the people that I hated, like literally like Shane, Cam, didn't like Amanda, like really didn't like anybody. Like, I'm cool with all of them now, but I don't talk to Marie. I thought I was cool with Jemmye, but since we mentioned Marie and she likes talking about me so much and always has to comment on everything that happens in my life and on social media, let's talk about her for a second. So I met Marie when I was dating Derek. She was really cool. We partied together. I've stayed at her dad's shore house. All that, like, this was all before I even got onto X on the Beach season 1. Like, this is like way back. I really liked her, but then like she started to act like super weird. Like, this is totally non-challenge related, but we'll get there. So Marie was a crappy friend even before I got onto X on the Beach, and it kind of started when she said that, oh my gosh, you have to meet my cousin, she's just like you guys will be best friends, all this stuff. And then her cousin reached out to me, and then I hung out with her cousin one night when Marie was busy doing something else, and she got mad at me for hanging out with her cousin. Like, it was the weirdest thing. She apologized for that, we moved on. And that kind of happened a few times in our friendship where something would upset her, she would freak out, and she would apologize for it. Filming together was no different. She backstabbed me at the very first vote when she voted for me and Faith. She was super fake in the house. She knew of these master plans and didn't tell me, and this was somebody that promised would have my back throughout everything, and she didn't. Cool, forgave her. Now I can't talk about a few things because I am on a show that is airing currently, and she knows this, so she constantly attacks me on a subject that she knows I can't attack her back on because of my contract. So she has a problem with my relationship status and allegedly who she claims I'm with. Allegedly. Okay? Allegedly. I'm allegedly with this person, whatever. She took it upon herself to gang up on me with this alleged person's ex and be mean to me on social media. Like, mean girl it up. Tweet about me, tweet about him, tweet about this, tweet about that. And I never said anything because I couldn't. But if I were to clap back, first of all, I'd be breaking contract. Second of all, I would probably get a text from one of her friends begging me to stop because she's going through hard times right now. Actually, let's take out my phone. Let me read a text from one of her friends that literally had to beg me to chill on her, even though she had started the entire Twitter war and I wasn't even responding. I might have responded once. I get a long text. I don't know if you could see that. It's a novel and it's all about Marie. I want to talk to you about Marie. I know her and blank are having their issues, but regardless of how she appears on social media, she's a very sensitive person and also a dear friend. Just know she's hurting and consider approaching the subject. For me, basically he wanted us to talk, whatever. I said, you know what, cool. Because I have respect for you, I'm going to lay off of her and just drop it. Tell me how this girl is still going. Still going. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't mentioned her name in I don't even know how long and she's still going. But then if I say anything, I'm the bad guy and then I have to stop and I'm doing too much and all of that. That's why I don't like her. I also don't like her because she's a complete fake friend. She goes with public opinion just because it's easy to do and because she knows she's gonna get likes and retweets. She does this with Cara all the time because she was texting me before the show, talking to me during the show when we were filming, and then after, all about Cara, how much she hates her, how much she'll never relate to her, how much she'll never love her because she does this and this and this and this and this. The only reason why I knew Cara was even talking about me was because of Marie. Marie would send me screenshots. Marie would send me little blurbs from the blogs and say, this is why I'll never love Cara because she is this and she is that. She is such a hypocrite, blah, 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 trying to start a problem. And then when I defend myself at the reunion, I have that platform to speak up finally. So Marie tries to take it from me by being loud. And then when we go to the bathroom during a bathroom break, she's apologizing to me for coming at me foul on the stage. Cool, go back on stage and she does it again. It's weird. I can't relate to it. I don't find her amusing. I don't find her funny. I think she's weird. So all this is going on Twitter, right, recently. Literally, I'm not even reading her tweets. People are sending them to me. I don't even care. I'm ignoring it. And then I guess she just doesn't like, I guess I might have been liking Jemmy's tweets about something. I have to ask her. I don't know what goes through her head, but she decided to post a screenshot of a group chat between her, Kayla, and Jemmy of them all just trash talking me. And I'll insert it here because I really don't care. So she thought that she would hurt me by showing me that people are talking about me, but instead she just looked like for throwing her friends under the bus. And I wasn't even hurt by what they said about me because the insults were weak, first of all. Second of all, they would never say it to my face. Third of all, I was embarrassed for them because their friend had just done that and I felt bad for them. And they just looked like a bunch of haters, like point blank. Jemmy apologized to me immediately. Kayla apologized to me immediately, and then the beef was squashed. I'm not gonna keep attacking somebody, or I'm not gonna go after somebody if they apologize to me immediately. And a lot of people are like, well, why didn't you forgive Cara, but you were so quick to forgive Jemmy and Kayla? Well, because they actually apologized to me. But see what you did, Marie? You caused a mess. Yet again, a big, steamy pile of mess. She did a Challenge Mania podcast recently, and it sounded like she said good things about me. She just doesn't like the person I'm allegedly with, which is none of her business, frankly. Nothing is any of her business, but she just inserts herself into the drama. I can't, when people say she has multiple personalities, it's not even a joke. I feel sorry for her. That's pretty much where I stand with everybody at this point. Overall, my challenge experience was a positive one, even though a lot of negative stuff happened. My now ex did rob from me while I was there, so I'm still dealing with that, and you'll see that on Ex on the Beach season 2. Other than that, I think that's it. I like to think that every show has a positive impact on me in some way, and even though this was the most challenging, I mean, it is called The Challenge. It was definitely something that I'll never forget, filming in South Africa. You know, I had a good time with the 2 people that I had there, and that's all that matters. It's funny how life works out, but I'm super grateful for the ride, and let's see where life takes me next. Actually, it's taking me on to X on the Beach season 2, so you'll see that in a few weeks. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. I'm about to go to bed. I look disheveled. Disheveled. So I will see you in the next one.